Hello and welcome back to Charlie Does a Course. I'm feeling a bit pessimistic, which is something I wasn't expecting when I started this. But this was always intended to give me an understanding of how AI might be used with the student. If you've ever seen the TV show Doctor Who, one of the ways in which they replace the main character, the Doctor, is he goes through a process which they call regeneration, which is effectively a plot device to enable them to cast new actors. This is going somewhere, don't worry. The fourth Doctor, when he is about to regenerate, his final words are, "The moment has been prepared for." Um, with AI and professional qualifications, the moment has not been prepared for. Let's dig into it. So, to recap, this is a professional qualification. At the end of it, I'll be professionally qualified in my specialism. I'm supposed to do around about 480 hours on this course. Around about 200 of those are guided hours, and I've got seven modules to take over a year span. Except, I could do the lot over a weekend. I say a weekend. I mean, I could truthfully, if I spent the whole day, I could do the whole thing in a day uh, without doing any of the guided learning. And that's really problematical for a range of reasons. So remember, I'm not trying to replicate what an undergraduate student would do. This is my sort of video diary of what professionals might do on a professional qualification. And this is really problematical to me for a number of reasons. I'll get into next week, by the way, a bit more detail about how writing my assignments has become nonsensical because of AI. But let's just stick to the professional body for a minute. Professional bodies are not universities. They don't have the resources or the infrastructure of a university. So if you look at their core audience, people like me, most of their qualifications have to be written assessments that they can submit anytime, any place. Nothing else really makes any sense with the economic model that the professional bodies have. And my professional body, there's a numerous other similar professional bodies who operate in the same way. So we spend a lot of time talking about undergraduates and how undergraduates are going to use these AI tools. Nobody seems to be talking about, I think, how these are going to be devastating for the professional bodies in their current form. I just can't see how it'll continue. Um, and this is why I'm feeling quite pessimistic about the whole thing, because this is not about, with professional bodies and qualifications, this is not about simply learning. So I completely understand the ungrading argument that's made about undergraduates. This is about the professional body certifies at the end of my course that I'm expert enough in my area to go away and do the things at a professional level that I claim. But in reality, I could just bang up the whole thing over a weekend with no guided hours whatsoever. Now, your counter to that might be, oh, well, lots of people won't do that. Well, lots of people will want to engage with the learning material. Lots of people will want to do the course properly, which is fine. That's perfectly valid. But if you're a professional body, we're not providing credentials for the morality of the student. We're saying that the professional qualifications that people gain are based on their experience and their ability to meet the technical standards. It's not a moral test. That's what you're specifying as a professional body. But how? Basically, this is the thing. How? Okay, so we could go away and we could change to a completely different model with assessment centres and exams. But I can't see how that would work within the professional qualification frameworks that we've got for lots of the kind of professional bodies. I know with some of the accounting ones, they make people come and sit in in-person exams, but even they are not completely in person for economic and infrastructure reasons. So I don't know, basically. So if you're in a professional body, by the way, feel free to reach out and talk to me privately. And as I've mentioned before, the reason I'm so vague about which professional body I'm doing this qualification with is I am writing a report for them that I'm going to send them at the end, which they can use or they can throw in the bin. And they can just say, no, Charlie, you're a crank. So that's where we're up to. Next week, I'm going to get into detail about the construction of my current 4,000 word assessment. And that's going to be slightly pessimistic as well, because I'm not using AI to write these assignments. Let's be really clear about that. But even just using AI as a guide, I've come to the conclusion has all sorts of negative outcomes for skills development, personal development, the ability to conceptualize the areas that you're working in. So, see you next week. I normally say I hope that helps at the end of these, but I'm not sure it does. Have a nice week.